No, the kitchen. No, hang on. One's the kitchen, two's the living room.
Of a large fire in a warehouse in Great Howard Street. Firemen from 2 divisions have been called in and they're still fighting the blaze. The damage is thought to be extensive. And now, the weather.
Little change is expected over the next 24 hours, with temperatures staying around the seasonal average.
What I really need is a bike.
You've got a bike?
No, a bike, Harley Davidson or something.
Fat chance.
Lisa Jenkins. Lisa Jenkins. There's not much of that rhymes with Lisa Jenkins, is there? Hey, did I tell you I've got a phone number?
Yeah, several times. Like twice an hour for the last week.
Oh, I'm not boring you, am I?
Only to death.
Oh, that's all right then. Lisa, 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 Lisa. What rhymes with Lisa?
Geezer.
Oh, brilliant. She's going to be well chuffed with you comparing her to a geezer, isn't she?
Pleaser, teaser, squeezer. Lisa, 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 how I long to hug and squeeze you.
Great. Stop it, you'll spoil it. Are you stuck?
How do you all league, mate?
Why, I like older women.
What happened about Lisa Jenkins?
Well, Lisa Jenkins and older women.
2 is the living room, isn't it?
No, 2's the kitchen, 1's the living room.
That's right, that's what I thought. It's simple. Just a matter of organisation.
Ow, ow, ow. Max, the boot's stuck again.
Do you know with that, love? We're good at unsticking things.
You what?
Oh, it's OK, we've done it. I've seen you before, haven't I? You're one of the Rogers.
Yeah.
Bumper.
Patricia Farnham.
We're delivering the shed in about an hour.
Do you want to handle this lot?
Oh, well, if you could get some of these plants out, thanks.
Right, where do you want them?
Just dump them on the lawn for now. What shed? Oh, this is Jeff Rogers, by the way, and his friends.
Bumper.
Hi.
What shed?
I told you, the shed. Putting the new tools in.
Oh, what new tools? Oh, right, those new tools.
See, look. New mower, trimmer, hedge clipper.
And there's me not even realising we had a hedge.
Hoe, rake, dibber.
We discussed this, did we?
Yeah, well, I discussed it. I don't know about you. You were probably too busy worrying about work.
Oh, don't remind me. I wonder if I ought to just ring the office.
No.
No?
No.
OK, then. How are we doing? Anyone want a drink before we start?
It's not if it's Ice Mountain, no.
What about you?
Ice Mountain, the cool experience.
It's all right. Try one. See what you think.
Let's have any much. Try that.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? You're supposed to be resting.
I'm sick of resting.
Where is everyone?
Out shopping. Her and Tracy. You haven't asked her to leave yet, then?
No.
When?
When she spent some time with the kids. I owe her that, don't I?
Yeah. I just can't settle. She makes me feel...
Hey. New neighbours, eh? Seen some changes in this close.
Oh, I could major a cup of tea. The crowd's honest.
Have you been enjoying yourself?
We have. We spent a fortune. Just your thought. What do you think?
No, definitely the dark. Shall I put the kettle on? Do you want a cup of tea, Sheila?
No, not for me, thanks.
Billy?
Yes, thanks, Alison.
And me. What do you think?
It's lovely.
See, Sheila likes it.
OK, I give in, but I still prefer the dark, so I bought it for you anyway.
Oh, Mum, you shouldn't. Thanks. Right, I'm going to go and try all this stuff on.
Nice to see her looking so happy after. And these are for you. Just a little thank you.
Thanks, Sarah.
I love flowers. I used to buy flowers for Billy once.
Did you, Ben?
When we were first married. Well, he never bought them for me, did you? And I couldn't resist them, could never walk past a flower shop, me. So buy them and then a panic, because we didn't have money for flowers. Well, we didn't have money for anything. So I used to pretend they were a pressie for him, so he couldn't shout at me. If ever you think he's going to lose his rag about something, Sheila, give him a pressie quick.
Oh, so we're learning things now, are we?
Listen, love, you don't know the whole.
I bet you I do, you know.
Bet you don't. Do you remember when I was going out with that fella? What was his name? The one with the boys?
I don't know. Wasn't it Ken something?
Yeah, that's right, Ken Knowles.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand him. I only went out with him because he was a mate of yours, because I fancied you lot.
Hey, wasn't it that time we went to that dance at St. Joseph's?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. What?
Ken said...
What?
Ken said... No, sit down, love. I'll do it. You look shattered. Do you think she's looking tired, Billy? You sit down. Let me do it.
It's smaller than I thought. I mean, I knew it was small, this house. I didn't realise it was this small.
Nice and cosy.
What a revolting word, cosy.
Where's the phone gone?
I don't want to live in a cosy house.
All right, then. Bijou.
I'll hit you with something in a minute.
So long as it's a phone. Got it. Oh, it'll be all right. Half this stuff can go. That chair and that mirror out there. Unless we put them in Margaret's room. Hi, Jen.
Oh, no.
Everything okay?
Well, of course it isn't. You don't need to ring them up to find that out.
It's all in the file. The Ice Mountain file. What else at the moment?
Look, if they need you, you're busy.
Pages 23 to 25, social attitudes data.
Just tell them you're out. Look, she's not here. She's out.
Shut up. Maybe Richard's got them. Well, they must be somewhere. Now? Oh, no, Jen, honestly, I can't. I mean, we're literally in the middle of the move. We've hardly started. We're hours late. Oh, that there was trouble with the van, then I had to go over to Mum's. Thomas and Margaret are there. Well, can't he... OK, then. But not for long. I'm sorry. I'll have to. They're in a panic.
They're always in a panic. They can't operate unless they're semi-hysterical. That's what advertising is, hyped-up panic. I am sick of that office. One day off, just one whole day off for the move. Is that asking too much?
Oh, darling, I've had a whole day off and I won't be long, I promise.
So I've got to manage all this by myself, have I?
I'll be back in an hour.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that before.
Well, get those two lads to give you a hand. Couple of quid each. Bye. How'd you like it?
Well, it's great.
Lovely.
Really? I think it's disgusting. Oh, well, then maybe you two can come up with a decent slogan.
Ice Mountain, the puke experience.
Be interesting to see if this survives the night.
You can tell she's in advertising, can't you? Same line of business as me, really. She promotes the puke experience and I promote your career. It's a tough world.
How do you two fancy earning a fiver?
Each.
Yes, all right. Well, you could start by shifting these boxes. Now, they've all got numbers on the sides. 1 is the kitchen and 2 is the living room. It's just a matter of organisation.
Is your mum back yet?
Do you want, Will? You were busy.
Is that the one you used to fancy? What bumper? Yeah. I was loads younger then, though. How long since you're going to be then, Mum? I don't know. It depends how long the interview is. What's wrong on that? I think I'd die if my mum's school secretary. She never even told us. I mean, she's supposed to tell us things. She's my mum, isn't she? Fancy having mum at school every day, though. I'd die of embarrassment, mate. What are you doing? Only not scary. I once went Clay Woods had to break a leg. And did she? Yeah, playing hockey. Hiya, Mick.
All right, girls.
That's me. What are you doing?
I just clearing the junk out. Yeah, you two fancy a job?
Yeah, okay.
Nice one. Come then.
Oh, you've done it now.
How was that?
I tripped over today, but I'm dead sorry, honest.
You stupid. Oh, for God's sake.
7 years bad luck, eh?
Well, look, forget about the 5, yeah?
Do you know how much that cost? You haven't broken this as well, have you? Oh, it's a complete cock-up, this move. Why do I have to do this on my own? Hey, wait a sec. This is my shed.
So, we'll just get on with it, shall we?
Make that kind of fuss if someone broke my mirror. Ach, yeah, bastard.
Especially since it's so old anyway.
Especially since we was doing him the favour. I want to call it complete cock-up. Not yet, anyway. What were them numbers on the boxes for again?
I love that wallpaper. You've done it really nice. He's looking well, isn't he?
Who?
Billy.
Oh, you mean I haven't bored him to death yet?
I didn't mean that at all. I just meant... I was afraid... I thought the injuries might have been more serious.
I just think they want chips or mash.
I'll go. No, you're all right.
I can't take much more of this.
You know what she's doing, don't you?
Oh, you'd noticed, had you? I thought I was going paranoid.
Listen, if I can spot it, then it must be as obvious as an elephant in Faulkner Square.
She's just been so flaming nice.
Nice? She's a scheming bitch, Sheila.
Yeah, she is, isn't she? Oh, no, she's not. She loves him. It's written all over her face. Well, I can't blame her. I'd be the same myself.
She's flirting with him. Like there's no tomorrow.
What about him, Jimmy? Jimmy? What about him?
It's just flesh and blood, isn't he?
That's for in this room, and the cot in the big room at the front.
Mr. Farnham, what's it for me?
For? Up here, front bedroom.
What about a 3? Is that the front bedroom as well?
Sorry, what was that? What are you doing?
Just checking the numbers. Brilliant idea. That was it yours?
Well, actually, yes, it was.
Foolproof.
There you go. Oh, tar. Right. Just get this out the house and we're nearly there.
I don't know why you want to get rid of it, you know. I'd keep hold of it for Leo and Gemma. It'd keep them out of trouble.
Oh, no chance. They make enough noise already. And then tinkling with the ivories and fighting about whose go it is. No, no, no. Right. We'll get this in the hallway. Oh, belongs in a museum, this, you know. How's Danny now?
It's all right, an ear infection. He's got to take antibiotics or something.
Aye. Always a worry, kid. And it never stops.
Come on, are we going to move this or what?
All right, let me get it all. Be careful, you know. It's everything it looks.
It's all right. I've got it, haven't I? Hey, Harry, the landlord can be a right pain, you know. Take it from me. I've had the landlord's experience. If I was you, I'd double-check the lease.
Double and triple check, mate.
And I'd read the small print.
Under a microscope. Even shook hands on it.
Oh, hey, he must be going soft.
Nah. Since he's moved in with their Kevin, he's mellowed.
Harry, mellow.
He has, honest. I mean, he sits in the best chair, feet up in front of the telly with the TV times and the remote, and gets waited on hand and foot. He loves it. He even smiled while I was there.
Hey, I've seen that smile before. If I was you, I'd change the locks.
Nah, Harry won't be a problem. Doesn't look much like at home at the moment, but just wait. A few bits and bobs and you won't recognise the place.
Well, you will if this piano stays here.
Oh, aye. Need a hand, do you?
How many more times do I have to tell you?
It's the way she looks at you.
What do you mean it's the way she looks at me?
All right, the way you look at her.
Turn around.
Why?
Just turn round. Like this. Do I look at her like this? She's doing her best, love. She's going out of her way to be pleasant.
So when's she leaving?
The weekend. That's all right with us. I couldn't say no, could I? Be fair. It's only a couple more days, isn't it? Hey? Hey, why don't you try selling it? I mean, people are crying out for second-hand pianos.
No, I want to get shut of the lot. I'll keep the beds, that's all. And the kitchen stuff.
Right, what's next?
There's a couple of chests of drawers.
We can manage them.
No, you can't. So you get the chairs for us, eh? Hey, delivery came for you before, but you were out. I've got it in the lounge.
Oh, right.
It's all right to be your brother, isn't he? What's he playing at? They just taken all that lot in. Is he all there, your brother, or what? He's good at footy. I hate footy. But how many kids they've got, new people? They had to be locked up, those two.
So who wants to know how I got on then, after my grueling interview?
Oh, Mummy didn't get it, did you?
It's all this encouragement I find so touching.
But you didn't, though, did you?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but yes, I did.
Oh, no, I was willing you not to.
Thanks a bunch. Hello, Siobhan.
Hello, Mrs. Rogers.
Now, you won't mind me working at your school for a while, will you?
Well, how'd you get on?
She got it.
Oh, she didn't, did she? Oh, no.
Well, isn't it wonderful to have such a loyal and supportive family? I can't tell you how touched I am.
Claire Woodhead's mum teaches maths, and she might as well be dead.
Who, Claire Woodhead or her mother?
When did you start, Mrs. Rogers?
On Monday. Wait, it's only for a month, so you don't have to put up with me for that long. Look, it's either me being there for a month or bread and water for your tea. Jeff, why are you clutching that plant?
We're helping Mr. Farnham.
We're helping Mick. Why do you keep bringing up the house again? It's daft.
Jeff, you're not being a nuisance, are you?
Oh, oh, what a terrible thing to say, Mrs. R.
How many kids have they got?
One, I think. There's a cot.
No, there's at least two, because they wanted 4 bedrooms originally. Oh, come on, it's tea in half an hour, eh?
Hey, Mum, can we have a piano?
Oh, well, that's blown it.
What?
Your image. Footy stars don't have the mum leaning out a window telling them to pull their tie straight and stop picking their nose.
Nah, she wouldn't.
She would.
Yeah, you're right, she would.
Afraid we're just gonna have to give the old publicity machine a strategic break for a while. Never mind. Overexposure's a big problem. I might ask Patricia about that after.
Oh, aye, Patricia, eh?
Well, with her knowledge of media management and my publicity experience.
It seems a waste, don't it?
What, all my hard work, you mean?
No, this old furniture.
Tickets.
Yeah?
What are you doing? Hiding in St. George's Hall?
Well, it's just this little thing me and Barry have got going. Put it this way, if it comes off, well, I won't have to worry about any more lecky bills.
Sounds promising. Oh, hold on, tell me in a minute.
Double-crossing, thieving. Oh.
It's all right. I'm just getting off. Give us a shout when you want the rest of that stuff moving, all right?
So who's the dirty double-crossing?
The Duke of Edinburgh, who do you think?
Tony.
Oh, you're so quick, you. So when you don't meet yourself coming back?
So what about last week, the meal and everything? I thought it was just you and me now. So what's he done this time?
Nothing. I've left him.
Van's still half full.
We've been working non-stop, haven't we, Bump?
Oh, yeah. Non-stop, in and out.
In and out, non-stop.
Where's the table?
What table?
Oh, you mean the table by the van?
Can't be by the van. I saw them bring it in.
Hey, you two, out here!
This table, see it? This has already been taken in once.
I think you're wrong there, Mr.
Oh, no, I'm not. I saw them bring it in.
I think you probably mean twice.
Twice? What is this, some kind of joke? I thought jokes were things that made you laugh. I thought jokes were supposed to be funny.
He does laugh.
Pardon?
Hi. How's it going?
Oh, fine. Well, no, fine's a bit of an overstatement. I would say slowly's more the word, wouldn't you?
Slowly, yeah.
Good word, that, slowly.
So the boys have been helpful, are they?
Oh, good heavens, helpful comes nowhere near describing it. I think you two deserve a rest after all that effort.
I just wondered if you got your central heating system sussed. I could show you where the switches are on it.
Well, what about the 5?
So that's it. Finished. I never want to see that two-timing skinny-arm toe rag again.
Yeah, that's what you said the last time.
No, this is different.
Oh, yeah.
This time I mean it.
Yeah, you said that the last time and all, and the time before that.
But he's in a good mood. It's like he turns the lights on everywhere.
And I don't.
Yeah, that's all it is. He's no good with the kids. He's no good with money. He's no good in bed.
Must be doing something right.
Having fun, yeah, he knows all about that. A good night out, a laugh, switching all the lights on everywhere. And then... I've had enough, Mick. I want to come back, me and the kids. Max? Max?
Oh, good, you're back. Come and have a look at the shed.
A shed?
Yeah, it's all up. I'm just putting all the tools in.
A shed?
S-H-E-D, little wooden hut thing.
Yeah, I know what it is, but why are you sorting the shed when the house is in chaos?
Well, fair's fair, love. I mean, you swan off and do what you want. I swan off and do what I want.
Every single box is in the wrong room.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it can't be. Look, they're all numbered.
Yeah, I know they're all numbered. I did it.
Well, there you are, then.
Oh, Max, they're all in the wrong rooms because somebody's gone and changed half the numbers.
What on earth for?
You tell me. And why is the cot in the big room at the front? I thought that was going to be Margaret's room.
No, I put Thomas's stuff in there.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. And we definitely decided that Thomas would have the little room and Margaret the big room next to him.
No, we didn't.
Max, we did.
When did we?
When we discussed it.
No, we never discussed it. Now, look, this is one of those unilateral conversations you have in your head, following which you announce to the rest of the world what we've decided. We never discussed it because you were too busy phoning up work.
And you were too busy buying up the garden centre. What's this revolting old chair? Why did that get here? We've got the wrong furniture. Why not?
Because I'm not having you coming round here on the rebound just because he's kicked you out.
He never. It was me chucked him out, every last trace of him. Clothes, records, the lot. Chucked him all over the balcony. Into a dirty great puddle.
Look, I don't want another man's leftovers.
Hey, where's all the furniture gone? That old skinflint's not chucking you out, is he? Hey, you can come to my place. If you're stuck. I mean, if you've got nowhere else to go.
I'm not going anywhere, Josie. I'm staying here permanent. And if you really want to come back, then those are the terms. Because I'm not being messed about anymore. So you either come back for good or forget it. I mean, permanently forget it.
No one tells me what to do.
Join David Frost and Lloyd Grossman next on Living as they go through the keyhole.
Is that Lytham, St Anne? Oh, look at our Tracy. Look at your leg.
Hey, you. What's wrong with my legs?
Have you seen these, Sheila? Best holiday we ever had, wasn't it, Billy?
It was all right.
It was good. What
That's
are you
a good
talking
one
about?
about Tracy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're still in a bit of a muddle, I'm afraid. Or did he behave himself? You're a good boy for Granny. Margaret, we've put you next to Thomas in the room next door. Do you want to come up and have a look?
Oh! You've taken the flaming lot.
Pardon?
Everything.
Who has?
I don't know. Do I? Whoever broke into the shed.
The shed?
And for God's sake! I nearly went over my credit limit on that lot.
Someone's broken into the shed.
The new mower, trimmer, spade. I mean, what sort of area is this? You move in and what happens? You get robbed.
Oh, it'll be kids. Probably just chucked everything over the back fence.
Kids? You're right.
Now where are you going?
Sort somebody out. Your lad in?
Which lad?
How many have you got?
One.
Him then. Where is he?
At school. If it's any of your business.
Yeah, it damn well is my business because your son and his mate only cut my move up yesterday.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Now they've gone and robbed my shed.
Oh, yeah?
I had 320 quid's worth of garden tools in that shed.
And you accuse my son of stealing them?
Him and his mate, yes.
Hey, get on me carriage.
No, I'm just checking.
And are you satisfied?
No, not yet. So you can go and tell that lad.
I'm telling him nothing. It's you I'm telling. I'm not blind. I know what he is. He's a time waster and a joker, but he is not. I repeat, he is not a thief. And before you start throwing accusations about pal, I want to see some evidence. Have you rang the police?
Well, no, not at this stage.
Why not?
Well, because I didn't want to get your lad into
trouble.
trouble.
Oh, no. If I'd just been thieving, he's going to have to face the consequences, isn't he? I'll ring them for you.
No, look.
No, if you've got any accusations to make, you make them in front of the police, right?
Look, maybe I've been a bit hasty about all this. I mean, thing is, you don't expect to be burgled on the second day of being in a place, do you? Oh, come on, you can't blame me. I mean, he was up to all sorts of tricks, your son. He was changing the labels, mixing the furniture.
Tricks, yeah. Thieving, no.
No, well, you're right.
You better ring the police anyway, for the insurance.
Yeah, I'm sorry about all this.
Yeah? And he moved all the furniture back to the bungalow, did he?
Yeah, and sorted out the boxes, yeah.
I'll tell you this, shall I? They might not be the most responsible pair in the world, but neither of them are malicious. Okay?
Right, well, I'll leave you to it then.
He's just dropped off.
Oh, good.
So shall I wash out his things?
Well, the thing is, we've ordered a new machine, but it hasn't actually arrived yet. The old one started chewing up all the clothes.
Well, I could wash them out by hand.
Oh, that's very kind of you, but I don't really think... Actually, I do have to slip into work later. Would you mind?
It's only his trousers and T-shirt.
How do you like your room?
Oh, it's very nice.
Well, it'll be a lot nicer when we get you a better armchair and telly and things, and do put whatever you want up on the wall. Want you to feel it's completely yours. I mean, I'm not quite sure how this works. Never had a nanny before.
Well, you just tell me what to do, Mrs. Farnham, and I'll do it.
Oh, Patricia, for goodness sakes.
I've just made a complete prat of myself.
Margaret's here.
Why didn't you stop me?
Darling, if I'd known what you were going to do, of course I'd have stopped you. What have you done?
I've just gone and accused that lad, what's his name, the Rogers lad, for breaking into the shed.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yes, a complete prat.
Suppose I'll have to call the police.
Done it. Well, obviously, for the insurance.
Tell you what I am going to do, though.
What?
I'm going to get an alarm system fitted. Lights, sirens, the whole lot.
You still haven't said hello to Margaret.
Hello, Margaret.
Shall I make a cup of coffee or something?
Yeah, wonderful. Why didn't you think of that?
Why didn't you? Hey, what's this, by the way?
It's a letter.
Yes, darling, I know it's a letter. Why is it open?
Well, basically, because I owned it.
It's addressed to Dr. Joy.
I thought it was a circular.
No, it's a bill.
Yeah, I know.
How?
Well, because I read it, of course. Didn't you?
No, I did not.
So how did you know it was a bill?
So you're right. Oh, yeah, of course I did.
Some spending spree, over 1,000 quid.
You don't imagine doctors buying stuff from catalogues, do you? It's mainly C1s and below who buy from catalogues.
That's why he's done a flick to America.
What do you think I should do with it?
Oh, ignore it. Nothing to do with us.
Oh, I'll give it to Chrissy Rogers, she'll know.
Yeah, there's another one somewhere. Why are we talking like this?
Like what?
Like this?
Having someone else in the house.
Love, it is our house.
How are you doing? Oh, you found everything. Wonderful. Where's yours?
I thought I'd have mine in my room.
She does know about Susanna, doesn't she?
I assumed you mentioned it in the interview. You know. it over sometime.
Yeah, you're right, of course I did. God, this is difficult. What are we going to do about food?
Well, eat it, I should think.
No, I mean meals. Is she going to eat with us or in her room or what? We can't keep banishing her upstairs.
Perhaps she feels a lot more comfortable up there.
Yeah, exactly. And I want her to feel comfortable, but I want her to feel part of the family as well. She comes down to every meal, though. When are we ever going to get a chance to talk to each other?
You're the one who wanted a nanny.
Needed a nanny.
Oh, best day we've had in ages. 40, 50, 52 pound, 45.
Any bookings?
Yeah, 7:15 airport job, Manchester, and speak pick up at 10.
It's just that I want to go to the warehouse and meet Barry, so I'm going to take half an hour off, all right?
You know, spent a couple of hours on Harry's old banger yesterday. Well, I thought if Josie was coming back, you know.
And?
And it's working. Recharge the battery, couple of new fuses. Hey, do you want a beer before you go?
No, I better not, but I'll have a canned orange or something if you've got it.
All right. Yeah, sit down.
On the floor? Or the bog or what?
You are? Oh, yeah, right. I'll get a couple of chairs back. I had the table in and out twice.
I tell you what, though, if you're going to refurnish this place, it'll cost you a few quid, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I thought if Josie was coming back, you know. It's all old man stuff, this, isn't it? It's not her style. She likes everything modern.
She not wrong, then?
Yeah, no. Well, I think I made a mess of it. Well, I told her straight, you know. I said, you either come back for good, or don't come back at all.
Sounds reasonable enough to me.
Yeah, well, you don't give someone like Josie an ultimatum. It just gets a backup. It's always been my trouble. I've never really learned how to manage her. I always end up doing it wrong.
Me and Sue.
Yeah, I know.
So...
You see, with Josie, she's like a horse. You know them wild ones that nobody can break, like in a western or something? You've got to know just how to handle her.
Women. You're better off without them.
Nah, not me.
My experience of them is never trust a woman.
259-9232. Josie? Yeah. You are? When? Are you sure? All right, love, I'm just checking. Well, look, maybe he's wandered down under the landing with a mate. Well, have you checked the flats? Well, have you phoned the police? All right, love, hang on, I'll be straight over. How's Leo? He's gone missing. He's been gone 2 hours.
You go in the car, I'll go in a taxi. Go straight to Josie's and I'll check the parks.
All right. Hey, Frank, if you see our Leo, hang on to him for us, will you?
What's that?
If you see our Leo, he might have got it in his head to come back here. Look, ring this number. It's his mum's.
Yeah, sure.
Hiya, Dad.
What the? Where have you sprung from?
Yeah.
Do you know your mother's worried sick?
Can I have a birthday party, Dad?
And you what? It's all right, I found him. How did you get here? Do you know your mother's frantic?
I walked.
You walked?
Yeah, I got on a bus, but it started going the wrong way, so I got off.
Don't you ever dare do anything like that again. Do you hear me? Anything could have happened.
Is he all right?
You all right, son?
I can have a birthday party, can't I, Dad?
You pull another stunt like that and you won't even have a birthday.
Bit of excitement outside.
Who with?
The taxi driver.
What, you mean the guy over there in the bungalow?
No, guy who lives over there.
No. It's him over there that drives the taxi.
Max, it isn't. I've just seen the guy with the curly hair driving it, the one who lives over there.
Must be a joint venture then. 24-hour service.
Oh, that's useful.
Well, having taxis in and out of the close all day long can't do much for the property values, can it?
Do a lot for me, though. Being carless.
Must have a word with one of them. See if they know it's illegal to run a business from a private house.
You missed that, didn't you?
What?
I said being carless. You missed it completely.
No, I was just ignoring it. Your choice, love. A live-in nanny or a new car.
Well, I'll just have to make do with a permanent taxi service then, won't I? And two very nice-looking drivers.
Ow!
Do you need a hand?
No, actually, it's quite tricky.
Oh, no, I'm good at that sort of thing. Me and my dad, we built our garage from scratch, brickwork, electrics, everything.
No, it's all right, thank you. I'm managing.
I thought I'd take him out for an hour in the buggy.
Oh, good. He'll like that. Well, then, I'd better be off.
Now?
Yeah, I want to catch Richard. He doesn't get back from London till 3. So, if you give him his tea at about 5:30, and we'll have our meal later, 8-ish.
So I'll eat with Tommy then?
Thomas.
Thomas.
Well, is that what you usually do?
I don't know. I've never had a living job before.
Oh, well, which would you prefer?
It's up to you.
Well, look, we'll talk about it later, OK? All right if I take the car?
Hey, if you get the chance to look at any security systems before the shop's shut... Flaming thing.
You need a bigger screwdriver.
Oh, Margaret, there's a couple of shirts on my bed. You wouldn't be allowed to run an iron over them for me, would you?
There's got to be a better way of doing this.
There is. An electric power driver. My dad's got one the race.
Really?
She'll be here in a minute.
Was she cross?
I told you, son, no.
She sounded like cross.
Yeah. Just relieved, that's all.
Only wanted a birthday party. Everybody else in my class is having one. Been to 6.
Have you? It's not so easy in the flat, son.
Wayne had his in his flat. He had chips and burgers.
So you asked your mum and she said no?
80 when she shouts.
She doesn't mean to, son, honest. She shouts at me sometimes. That's just the way she is. She shouts a lot and she laughs a lot. She's just a very noisy person.
Yeah, but you used to wink and make us laugh.
Yeah, but that's when we were all together, wasn't it? And hey, I used to get angry sometimes, didn't I?
Mum used to wink at us and bring Mars bars in bed.
Yeah, it's tough being shouted at, isn't it? Feels like the end of the world. Especially when there's no one else around to wink and bring you Mars bars, eh?
Do I have to go back, Dad?
Well, I think that's probably up to your mum. Isn't it?
It'll take me at least a week to pack everything up. At least. And you'll have to sort some furniture out first. I can't move in like it is.
Well, how long would it take if I came round and gave you a hand?
A couple of days. Leo Johnson, I'm very, very, very cross with you.
What was all that about? Business? I thought we were partners. How much did you give him? 3.5. 3.5? What for? Security, Terry? What security? In case there's any trouble. But I thought he worked here. So? Well, isn't the security in with the rent? Terry, you're just one long, endless question, aren't you? Look, that was the rent, hey? Terry, use your head, will you? See this? It's a warehouse. It's not a community centre. You can't hide it out for 21st and bar mitzvahs. But what are we doing then? See that fella over there, right? He's paid to keep the likes of me and you out of places like this, right? So what do? We slip him a backhander, then he turns a blind eye on the night. I thought this was going to be legal. Well, it is sort of semi-legal, you know. Don't worry, Ted, he won't blow us up. Oh, I'm not worrying, because I'll tell you why. I'm having nothing to do with it. All right, Ted, don't say you're bottling out. Everybody does it. I don't. I want me money back. Well, tough, because I've just given him all, haven't I? Barry, I want me money back. Teddy, look, nobody made any big money in this world without bending a few rules. No thanks. The way you were talking, I thought it was going to be as clean as a choir boy's outing. It is. It's cleaner. No, it isn't. Not when you're bribing people with backhanders. Here. Right. I'll give you the rest in a cheque. Suits me. I mean a big mistake, Teddy.
Oh, come on. Don dead, Billy with bashed ribs, you knocked unconscious.
Gordon is a maniac, Doreen. I'm telling you, you can't just weigh in there. We've tried that. This time, we have got a plan, a strategy for it. This time, we've got to stop him.
Well, that's what I'm saying, isn't it? And how do you do it, eh? By sorting him out once and for all. It's the only way. Otherwise, you'll never get rid of him. Otherwise, next time we're all together for a funeral, it'll be Billy in that coffin, or Tracy, or Rod, or you. God knows I can't stand any kind of violence, but the only way you're ever going to put an end to this, you and Billy, is by getting Gordon before he gets you.
That's your advice, is it? That's your considered advice.
Listen, love, I lived on that estate. I lived on that estate for 35 years, and I've seen things you've never even dreamed of. I know fellas like Gordon. I know how their minds work. I don't want to argue with you about this, Sheila.
Don't you?
But you know nothing about it, nothing. You don't know how Billy felt about Frankie. You don't know about family and feelings and about surviving out there. You don't understand any of this, do you?
No, not really. Will you go in the other room a minute? I'd like to have a word with Doreen in private.
Suits me.
I think it's about time you and me had a little chat, don't you?
Not sure that we've got all that much to say to each other.
No. Well, I'll keep it to one sentence, if you like. Lay off him.
Frightened.
Have you? No. Oh, I was. I was very frightened. I watched you trying to get your pretty little hooks into him again and twisting the little hooks that had never really come out, and all the time being so sweet and charming. There was nothing I could really accuse you of, was there? Not without sounding paranoid, anyway. But no, Doreen. I'm not frightened of you anymore. Of Godden, yeah. But you? Nah.
I'm not here to cause trouble, Sheila.
Aren't you? Well, what are you here for, then?
I just wanted to see him again. I just wanted to sort out in my mind how I felt about him.
And how do you feel about him, then?
I miss him. I get tired of being alone. I think a lot about how things were. You see, I never loved anyone else in my life.
Last time you were here, you gave me a lecture about love.
Did I?
Yeah, told me I didn't know the meaning of the word.
Yeah, well.
You know, like you had the monopoly on it. Like nobody else had ever heard of it. And that's why you'd left him. I mean, you actually told me that you loved him so much, that's why you'd left him. And I believed you.
It's true.
It's a load of garbage.
It's true, that is why I left him.
Oh, you call that love, do you? Walking out on somebody when they need you. Walking out on somebody when it was you that got them into debt in the first place. You can honestly sit there and tell me that you call that love. Because I don't. And I don't call flirting with somebody else's husband love either. And I don't call you giving advice about getting Godden love.
So you want him killed then, do you? That's your idea of love, is it? Getting Billy killed?
No, love, no. That's your idea of love. Look, I'm trying to talk reason here.
Reason? What's reason got to do with it? Do you think Godden knows the meaning of the word? If Billy does nothing, then Godden will cut his legs off.
If Billy does nothing, Godden will do nothing, because he'll have no need to, will he? I mean, he's made his point. This is real life, Doreen. People don't go around doing things like that, not unless they're forced to, anyway.
You don't know what you're talking about.
No, love, you don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, that's your kind of love, isn't it? Destroying things, you know. Homes, unborn babies, marriages, people.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Is it? Yeah, it is. I'm sorry, you're right. Do you know something? I can't imagine why I was ever frightened of you.
Listen, love. You may have the wedding ring on your finger. You may go around calling yourself Mrs. Corkill, but don't fool yourself. He's not yours. He never was. I only have to crook my little finger. I can get him back any time I want.
Oh, we'll try it then.
There's things between Billy and me, things that don't just finish because a bit of paper from the solicitors says so, things that'll never finish. But it won't be long now, will it, eh? Start getting bored soon. Very easily bored, Billy. And how are you going to keep him then, eh? A sagging, middle-aged housewife who's trying to cut his balls off. No chance.
Out. Get out of my house.
Your house? I thought it was at least half Billy's. And I bet you've begged him, haven't you? I bet you've begged him to throw me out. But I'm still here, aren't I? And do you know why?
No, but you're a big enough bitch to tell me.
What's going on?
Hey, get your hands off my
what are you
things.
doing?
Why, do you want to pack them yourself?
I'm not going anywhere, love.
Oh, don't fool yourself.
For crying out loud, will you stop here, eh, Timmy?
Come on, Steve.
Leave it.
No, just get out of my way.
You want me to move, then make me. You know, it beats me what he ever saw in you.
Come on, she. Hey, calm down, will you?
Get out. Get out of my house. I never want to see you again.
What's going on?
See, you're not the only one who was brought up on that estate, Doreen.
So don't come round here giving me all that get-godden rubbish because it won't wash. You haven't got a monopoly on love, so get your hooks out of him, love, because he doesn't want you anymore. It's over. Finished. Say goodbye to Doreen, Billy. She's leaving.
Nice seeing you, Billy. See you again sometime, eh? And your wife's in a better mood.
No, I don't think so.
You coming with me?
No, I can't.
You can do whatever you want.
My life's here now.
You'd have a better one in Bristol.
Yeah, well, I'll still phone you and I'll visit and that. It's just that I have a life here with me dad.
And Sheila?
Yeah, and Sheila. Just give them a chance, eh? Stay away for a bit. For me dad's sake.
You have grown up, haven't you?
Look, I'll get you a taxi.
Don't bother, I'll walk.
Come on, I'll make you some tea.
Never seen Sheila like that before.
Ah, well, she's a corkhill now, isn't she, eh? I'm proud of her.
I love her, you know, Jim.
I know you do.
No, I mean, I really love her. You know, I want to spend years with her. I want us both alive. She's dead wrong about all this, you know.
What about Doreen? She's not, you know. She's dead right.
No. About Godden. She doesn't understand. She hasn't got the first idea about what Godden's about, you know that?
So what are we going to do, then?
We're going to get him, Jim. Me and you, we're going to get Godden for her sake. This time, no messing around. This time, we're going to do it properly, all right?
What celebrity home will we be peeping into today? You can find out in Through the Keyhole in a couple of minutes.
Hey, you, that's private, that.
Private? I'm going to be private when I've got a mention in it.
It's between me and Sheila, isn't it?
Listen, you. This was supposed to be between just you and me. Here am I, I've got an alibi all set up, and you're blowing the gaff by writing it all down.
I'm not writing it all down. Don't exaggerate. I'm just telling her why we're doing it and what I think about it in case I don't get a chance to myself, that's all.
Listen, Billy, I'll tell you what we're doing. We're going to do Godden for killing our Frankie and Don, and then we're going to come home. He'll know it's us, but we're going to need an alibi. And you writing things down is just plain stupid.
Well, if all goes as planned, we'll get back before she gets it. If not, I'll be glad I wrote it, won't I?
All right, then. Take it with you.
What's up with you?
You. You were always the forward planner, weren't you, eh? Always the one to think of what to do next in case anything went wrong. And me, I was always the 2 feet in first merchant.
Well, between us, we should get this thing right then, shouldn't we?
Listen, Billy, when Joey Godden sees that we're together on this, he'll have kittens, I'm telling you. But we're going to need an alibi in case the busies get involved. Listen, will Sheila back you up or what?
I'm not asking Sheila to lie for me. Not when she's dead against me doing anything to Godden, you know.
OK, all right. So where are you going to be this evening then, eh?
I hadn't thought about that. Not much of a forward planner then, am I?
Right, well then, we'd better say that we were together, OK?
Yeah, where were you going to be?
The sauna.
The sauna?
I'll be back. The sauna, yeah?
God, Jimmy, I'd sooner tell Sheila I was beating Joey Godden up than some dodgy sauna, you know.
Hey, you, it's not dodgy. Listen, Albie's dead straight, and I've been there myself a few times.
But couldn't you have thought of somewhere better than that?
You didn't think of anywhere, did you? Look, we'll be OK, and there's going to be at least half a dozen fellas who'll be able to vouch for us, all right?
All right, all right. Hey, there's no women involved, is there?
No, there isn't.
Well, that's all I need on top of Doreen coming back and everything.
Billy, stop worrying, will you?
Oh, stop worrying, he says, when we're going to put someone in intensive care.
They are. That's the spirit, mate. I'd have settled for just the hospital myself.
Right then, let's go, eh?
Yeah. Hey, the sauna the better, eh?
And we can do without that and all.
I'm scared, Bill.
Yeah, so am I. Well, that's why we're doing it, isn't it? We've got to get it sorted, and... well, this is the only way left, isn't it?
For our Frankie, eh?
Our Frankie, Jim.
Kids, let's have some quiet.
I'm excited about moving in, Nick. Let's have a while, 5 minutes. Hey, remember moving into the flat?
Wish I could forget it.
No.
Well, not with you, like. I just mean moving in and everything being switched off. And the ice on the inside of the windows.
And it was only July.
The week before Christmas, and we didn't have a penny to spare.
Except my catalogue money.
Yeah, and that wasn't yours to spend either, was it?
We were only grateful of it.
Yeah, we certainly were. Anyway, 7 years on, there's a bit of an improvement, isn't there? Not much, but an improvement's all the same. Oh, come on, son.
Hey. Come here. Let them have a bit of freedom. It's not going to work at all if you come here behind your father with them when they're not used to it.
Yeah, we've all got to give and take. I know the rules, Jose.
It's going to work.
Can I invite all my class to my birthday party, Dad?
Definitely
Of course
not.
you can. Half the class.
How many's that?
About 15.
Let's make it 10.
What do you think?
All right.
That's the way to do it.
And Kevin.
Who's Kevin?
My mate.
A neighbour's kid.
And Kevin.
Great. That won't work.
Why not?
Because it has to be a circuit, and a circuit must be a complete loop. You see, you've got a loose end that doesn't tie up there.
What? No. That's to the shed. It's an independent part of the system.
But it still won't work. It's all part of the same ring.
Listen, doesn't Thomas need feeding or changing?
He's asleep.
Don't you want to take the opportunity of having a rest yourself, read a book, or do some cooking, something like that?
I don't think it'd be very practical to start cooking with all this stuff scattered about, do you?
No, I suppose not. No. Still, I think you might be right about the shed modification. See, it's all very complicated because of the passive infrared beams.
What are they?
Oh, various beams between the house and the rear garden fence. Anybody walking past, the body heat activates the system, sets off the alarm. It's to protect the shed.
Very Star Wars. What about if cats and dogs set them off?
Well, I'll mount them 3 feet off the ground. It has to be sufficient enough interference to identify a human being breaking the beam anyway. It's all a bit complicated.
Not really. See, it's all to do with body mass and heat. See, a bird could fly through it and not set it off, but a human being walking through it would cause a big enough break to trigger the alarm. See, a big enough animal might cause a false alarm, but the odds on a grizzly bear walking in from the woods must be pretty remote.
Hello, anyone home?
Yeah, in the kitchen.
Great, I'm starving.
Thomas is asleep.
Oh, what's all this mess then?
This mess is so you can sleep safe in your bed.
If I don't get some food soon, I'll be in my grave, never mind my bed.
Well, that's a slight exaggeration, isn't it?
One salad sandwich for lunch, that's all I've had today. How long are you going to be with this lot?
I just want to sort out one little problem just before I move it.
Oh, just be quick, Max. I want to eat before I start work.
You finish work?
No, I've just come home. I've a lot to do yet.
That's ridiculous.
That's business. I've got a mass of statistics to correlate for a creative meeting tomorrow. They're going to get it wrong, and I want to prove it before it goes too far.
Prove what?
If I said
crocodile crisps, the snappiest snack in town. What would you think?
Well, I think you were probably cracking up through lack of food or possibly oxygen to the brain.
Margaret?
Sorry, what?
Crocodile crisps, the snappiest snack in town.
Never heard of them.
Hopefully you never will. What does the name crocodile crisps conjure up in your mind?
A big slimy reptile sliding into a muddy river.
Not very appetizing?
Not really.
Exactly. The chief thinks it's a great idea. And our office is in competition with the London branch to come up with the best sales campaign for a multinational crisps and snacks company. Statistically, the name has proved a surefire loser, but...
At least it's marginally a step up from Rockvile crisps.
That was his first choice. He was joking, I think. Anyway, I must get on, but I must eat first. Come on, Margaret, I'll drop you at the takeaway pizza place. We'll leave Einstein here to clear up.
You see, that's where you need to loop back, isn't it?
Taxi's over there now. Must be in business together. That'll make Max's day, being right.
It's always kept nice and clean, though, isn't it?
Oh, that's not the point. Look at him. Wouldn't surprise me if he was repairing cars from home as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlo. Is that young girl one of the other sisters?
I don't know. She's got a baby, I think, you know.
What? She's only a kid herself. Any calls, love?
I'd have told you, wouldn't I?
I never thought I'd miss being on the road. But I do, you know. I'd do anything right now. Big Jim Harrison said he'd look around for me. He's a nice fella.
He sounds like a country and western singer. Big Jim Harrison, the singing trucker.
It's funny, isn't it? How songs about American cities always sound great. 24 hours from Tulsa, Galveston, New York, New York. 24 hours from Pontefract.
I left my out in Birkenhead.
Yeah, not quite the same, is it?
No, nowhere near.
I'll get it. Sammy, it's all for you.
Say you've just missed me. Say I've gone out.
Sure this is it?
Yeah.
Ready?
Ready.
Toby Barker! Is he?
The fella who owns the sauna.
You pillock, you've told him, haven't you? And you're getting on to me about leaving a note for Sheila. You'd even told him what time we'd be here.
I had to tell him a time so I could say we were with him. I never mentioned anything about God. No, he must have put two and two together.
But it wasn't that difficult, was it?
Who's that?
That's my Uncle Charlie. Your great-uncle.
Why is he great?
Well, great means a generation once removed from you.
I think you mean 2 generations.
Yeah, that's right. 2 generations.
And that's Grandad Johnson.
Yep, and that's Grandad Christie.
Where did Grandad Johnson come from?
He came from Ghana in West Africa, son. And one day we'll go and visit our relatives and have a great holiday, eh?
Or we could go for Christmas.
Yeah.
Hey, will you behave? You know how much that will cost us?
You started it.
Yeah, we'll have to save up a long, long time to go there.
What's he like there, Dad?
You'll have to ask your granddad next time you see him.
Why did he come here to live here?
Because he was a great pacifist, I suppose. You see, a long time ago, there was a wicked man called Adolf Hitler who was going to take over this country. But your granddad came over to help stop him.
Was he going to kill the Queen?
He was going to kill her dad, the king. But your granddad and thousands of men like him came over here in huge boats to help stop him.
Why did he do it?
We saw it as their fight as well, I suppose. You'll have a lot to ask him when he comes over, won't you?
I wonder why he stayed. I know eventually met your mum and she came from Liverpool. But between then and the end of the war, he must have wanted to go back home.
Yeah, well, they probably made them all kinds of promises. I mean, there were jobs and a lot of opportunities to get on. He was always intended to go back, but he never got round to it.
Is Grandad Johnson very old?
Yeah, a very old son. And he knows all the answers to all the questions. Well, he thinks he does.
Does you know why chips are better from the chippy Van made?
You'll have to ask him.
And Grandad Christie came from the West Indies, didn't he, Dad?
Yeah, from Jamaica on a cargo ship, because he was a sailor. And when he saw Grandma Williams in Cardiff, he said, I'm gonna marry that woman. And he did. And she's been trying to get him to go back ever since, but he can't get further than the dog and partridge because he's become addicted to dominoes.
Can Granddads and aunties and uncles come to me party?
We can have a carnival.
I know we won't. Will you stop winding them up? Just be satisfied with a kid's party for now, son.
Well, we can have another one, can't we, Dad?
We'll see.
Oh, don't be so boring. Let's have a bungalow warming party after we redecorated.
Oh, we? So, how long have you known about decorating?
I've been known to paint the town red a few times, Michael. Once or twice with you, even. Well, let's do it. And I do have a plan to help redecorating.
What's that?
I say again, I'm going to paint the walls white after I've covered up the furniture and everything else, so don't panic.
I'm panicking already. Why do you want to paint the walls white?
For the kids' party. And then the kids can paint on the walls, and then they can take their paintings home with them. And then the old wallpaper will be stripped.
Yeah.
What's that thing for?
The distributor.
What does that do?
Supplies the power for the spark plugs to fire in order.
And then do they set the petrol alight?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, what's that little hole for? Is that where you pour the oil in?
No, love. That little hole is for your dipstick to check your oil level. Sam, why don't you go and do something else? Go and ring on or something.
All right, I'm only asking. I mean, if I'm going to start learning how to drive, I want to know a bit about the engine, don't I?
I didn't know you were going to learn to drive.
Eventually. I thought you might teach me.
Oh, no. I'm not a good teacher. You'll have to go to a driving school.
Oh, have you seen how much they cost recently?
You'll have to save up, won't you?
Well, what's that thing there for?
That's for the windscreen. Sam, I'm going to have to concentrate to get this timing right, love. Go and ring on. He's rang you twice.
I'll phone him after.
You're not being fair to that lad, you know. He doesn't know whether he's still going with him or not.
Of course we are. Sometimes.
And does he know it's only sometimes?
Yeah, of course he does.
Right. Switch the engine on and rev it gently.
Yeah, all right.
Just gently. Oh, look! Sammy! Sammy! Knock it off! Sammy, knock it off!
What's the matter now?
What's the matter? I said rev it gently, not press it down hard enough to take off. This is a finely tuned car, this, and it's older than you are.
Well, how do I know what gently is when I don't know how to drive? You've got to teach me.
What? Teach you in this? I've had this car for 24 years and I intend keeping it for another 24.
It'll be a museum piece by then.
Exactly. I might take it to rallies and shows. Might even hire it out to TV companies filming around here.
Oh, yeah, Dad.
You'll see. I bought this car with all the bonus I earned working on a lump in the 60s. Made some good money then, kid.
What's a lump?
Well, it's a way of making lots of money on a building game, but hard work. And something I wouldn't be too proud of these days. Non-union, false names, always on the move. Never thought that one day I'd be married to a school secretary.
Yeah, I bet my mum never thought she'd be doing the job either.
Fancy making another cuppa?
I was just going to phone Owen.
Where do you think I should put it? Should have 20 seconds to come in through the front door, turn the key before the alarm goes off. Patricia, this is important.
So is this.
34% of children under the age of 18 prefer their snacks to have an element of fun.
Well, have you any idea how competitive and cutthroat the snack food market is? I think about how many ads there are for snacks. Then consider the millions of pounds turnover every year in this field.
Sound like a GCSE question.
Not to mention the rivalry between us and the London office. And Richard Watts is going to blow it all because of Alice in Wonderland.
Sometimes I think you live in a different world. Alice in Wonderland?
How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spread his claws, and welcomes little fishes in with gently smiling jaws. Richard was reading Alice to his little daughter Zoe when he came across the poem and had the brilliant idea of Crocodile Chris, the snappiest snack in town. Well, I'm trying to convince him that it's a loser. That if London come up with something better, which they'll do without effort, then the credibility of our office will
Obviously, I've been sheltered from this cutthroat world of crisps and snacks. I just worry about trivial things like people breaking in and robbing us of our entire possessions.
Well, I worry about that too, Max. But at the moment, I'm more concerned with having a promising career that hopefully will grow successfully and enable us to buy possessions worth stealing. May I get on?
Please do. Oh, and whilst you're at it, if you can sew a patch on the ozone layer or replant the tropical rainforests.
I know you're busy.
But?
Well, it's the washing machine. I still can't use it.
Hasn't Max plumbed it in or whatever you do with these things?
Well, he started to, but he found it out he needed some new adapters, and I think he's lost interest.
Well, can't we just get someone in?
Well, it's not that difficult. I mean, I could do it myself. It just needs some adapters from imperial to metric, but I don't like to offend him.
Well, I offend him all the time. I shouldn't let that bother you.
You're his wife. No, but it is difficult. I mean, there's something at Thomas's to wash every day.
Oh, leave it with me. I'll get on to him.
Thanks, Patricia.
Hello, Nicky. It's Billy here. Look, have you seen Aunt Tracy? Is she with you? Oh, all right. Look, if you see her, will you tell her to get in touch with me as soon as she can? OK, love. OK, ta-ra now. Bye. Will you sit down? You're making me feel worse, you.
I don't know what you're worrying for. She's probably just out with her mates or something.
I've phoned her mates, haven't I?
Billy, you don't know all of them.
Well, maybe not. We'll sit down anyway, will you? At least I know Sheila and Claire all right. I think I'll try and talk her into going down to their Margaret's for a while until all this is over, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, when's that going to be like?
Well, I don't know, do I? Oh, that's got to be the answer.
The police, you can forget it. They have been less than useless up to now. Listen, Billy, in future, we've got to plan it carefully.
I'll get someone in.
Oh, yeah? Like who?
Well, you got friends in low places for jobs like this, haven't you?
Oh, thanks very much, Billy. Listen, I'll tell you something. It can't be anyone in Liverpool, because he'll probably get to know about it, won't he?
Sure, it's got to be an outsider, doesn't it?
Yeah. What about Barry? Maybe you might know someone in Birmingham.
Barry would pour petrol on me if I was on fire. I can't ask him, can I? God, what a mess.
Don't worry, we're not beat yet.
Yeah, he knows we're coming after him now, though. He could be planning anything. And he might not let us know his plans, unless he tells Albie Barker he's going to use his sauna.
When I say, like, make plans, I don't mean anything written in stone. I just think that now that we're back together again, we should, well, have some plans.
Let's just see what happens.
But we talked about it last week, and we both agreed we can't just let it drift on. I mean, that's not fair on the kids, and it's not fair on us. I mean, like living here, for instance. Is that what we want?
For the moment, yeah. Come on, Mick. You know I don't like planning too far ahead. It's like wishing your life away. One day at a time, eh?
Yeah, I suppose so. Look, I mentioned someone now and then. I don't want his name said ever again, right?
I suppose you mean Tony.
Yeah. I want you to tell me that you've got no more feelings for him, that you'll never see him again.
I can't guarantee that. I might meet him in town or anywhere. I can't guarantee you that I won't intentionally meet him. And I don't feel anything from it all, I promise.
That's what I wanted to hear.
What about you?
What about me?
Don't tell me you never went out with anybody when we're separated.
I didn't.
Oh, come on. I can take it, you know. Tell me now, and we'll never talk about it again.
There was no one else, Josie, honest. I had a hard enough time just keeping myself together, worrying about you and the kids.
You walked out on us.
Well, that's why I was worrying. I mean, there was the guilt of leaving you, but at the time I couldn't handle the way you wanted to live.
But you can now.
I'm certainly going to give it a try. But I'm a realist. I know that a happy ending is just a story finishing too soon. And that the charming prince and the beautiful princess are going to slag each other off at some point.
You're just an incurable romantic.
All done?
For the time being. Oh, I think I've got enough information to carry the meeting tomorrow.
Carry the meeting? That sounds rather grand.
Well, carry it in my own little way. Might just prove to them for once that I'm a bit more than a...
Pretty face.
A glorified secretary. I want to get on. I want to have the power to make decisions. And to make those decisions based on facts, figures and market trends. Not on some whim after reading my child a book.
Margaret reads your child the books.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. But
what?
Well, I just settle for us living happily ever after. I'm not saying don't be ambitious, because I know you can't help being. I'm just asking you not to overstretch. Not to be disappointed if your career doesn't soar at the velocity you'd like it to.
You just want me here to warm your slippers by the fire when you get home from a hard day's toil.
I want you to be happy. Successful, but happy.
In our own happy little house, in our quiet little place.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you want me to eat it for you as well, Jim?
I don't know whether I'm hungry or not, but...
Been all time first if you're not.
Look, maybe that's it. Maybe we'll all just call it a draw, eh?
Well, it's 2-0 to Godden up to now. Wish I knew where our Tracy was. She's the only one not accounted for.
Look, he's got no argument with Tracy. It's down to us and him.
He had no argument with Claire and Sheila, but their names were on the match card, wasn't they?
Oh, well. At least it's all quiet on the Western Front.
Did you say anyone's safe now? Where the hell's Tracy?
Another chance to snoop around a couple of celebrity homes in a couple of minutes as we go through the keyhole.
You're going to be late.
No, site visit first thing, no problem.
My cab. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, love.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to phone in sick today and fit the alarm. Not a word to Patricia, eh?
Why not? Thank you.
Well, because it clashes totally with the work ethic. She's supposed to be taking time off herself, but she can't think of anything but these crocodile crisps at the moment, whatever they're called.
Did she mention to you about the washing machine?
Yeah, when I finish the alarm, with the help of this.
I bet you can't have these all blown up by the time Leo gets home from school. Gemma's at Leo's, love, Josie. $200.
So shall I finish unwrapping the washing machine, then you can make a start and plumbing it in?
Margaret, will you stop worrying about the washing machine? I'll get it sorted as soon as I finish the alarm. Have you seen the state of number 10's window? God knows what happened there. But whatever it was, we're going to be prepared for it. Nobody's going to steal garden tools from us, or anything else for that matter.
Well, how long will it take you?
I'll get it finished before Patricia gets home from work. There must be other jobs you can do apart from washing.
I can find loads to do.
Well, then relax. Here, let's have another coffee.
I've made some tea. You want it outside, or are you coming in for it?
No, I'll be in a minute. I want to phone out Tracy's flat again.
It's no use. I just tried. She's still not there. Look, I really think you've got to go to the police.
Listen, if anything had happened to Tracy, we would have heard by now, wouldn't we, eh? Look, she's probably just at one of her mates or something. Look, Godden has done his stuff with the stone through the window, right?
Billy, I'm frightened.
I know you are, love, and that's why I think you should go away until all this is over.
What's going to stop it? The police. It's got to be the police.
What have they done up to now, eh?
Look, Rod's doing what he can, OK? Look, Sheila, I think you and Claire should go away down to your Margaret's or somewhere.
How can I leave you now? I'm worried as it is. It'd be worse if I didn't know what was happening. My tea's getting cold.
Look, we'll be in a minute, all right? Got to get her to go away, you know.
Yeah, but for how long?
I don't know. I can't see a solution to this either.
Yeah, there's a bit of good news anyway.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, I told you she'd be all right.
Something wrong.
How do you know? Where have you been anyway? My finger's worn out in your flat.
I've been staying with my mates and knew there was something wrong because when I got back to flat, there was 3 notes pushed under the door saying that you were desperate to get hold of me. So I phoned, but it was engaged, so I've come round.
Oh, thank God you're all right anyway, love.
Yeah, I'm all right. What's going on?
Take a look round the corner.
That's sick. Was it that Godden fella?
Straight through the window.
Has anyone been hurt?
No, just a hell of a mess.
A hell of a shock.
Claire could have been under that.
Oh, don't.
You have told the police.
Well, not official, like. Rod's doing what he can.
Well, why has he done this?
Because these two went round to sort him out and he knew about it.
Dad?
Look, we had to do something.
Hey, we've still got to do something.
No, it stops now. Tracy's right. Claire could have been killed if that thing had landed on her. Either of you two could have been killed in the Swan instead of that other fella. It stops now.
It's all very well you saying that, but what about Godney?
Well, I'll go and see him.
You won't.
What?
Yeah, I'll come with you. My mum didn't do any good coming back and stirring things up, did she? Well, me and Sheila could reason with him.
Behave, will you? He'll laugh at the two of you.
Well, it's better being laughed at than having half a ton of stone through your window.
Sheila, I don't want you to do this, all right?
And why should that stop me? Never stops you doing things I don't approve of, like going to beat men up. Have you seen our Barry?
No, why?
Because he went out this morning and he wouldn't tell me where he was going.
Well, I know he's mixed up in some deal or something. I don't know what, though.
Well, it'd be bad news wherever it is. I don't want him involved in this.
Well, he's made it quite clear he doesn't want to be.
Well, that was before all this happened. You don't know him like I do. He's still bitter about Damon. If he knows Godden's threatening me, he'll be after him. Oh, it stops now.
Yeah, but you don't go and see Godden, all right?
Well, have you got any better ideas? Because I can't go on living like this. If you can't sort it out, I'll do it my way.
What is Rob going to do?
He's going to put more pressure on Godden, that's what.
Do you know something? If they hadn't have abolished hanging, none of this would have happened in the first place.
Oh, that's very constructive, that is, Jimmy.
Settled into the new house yet?
Yeah, thanks. Still lots of things to do, though.
Is Max a DIY man?
Of sorts. I'm not sure he'd run to office renovations, though. He tends to be very enthusiastic in spurts and then loses interest halfway through.
A little bit like Richard.
Exactly. Has he lost his enthusiasm for crocodile crisps by any chance?
Afraid not.
It's a duff idea, you know.
I know, but he's very keen. He thinks of it as another Denton account.
Well, that was a good idea, and the market research backed it up. This doesn't.
There are times when he's gone against the wave of public opinion and been right.
Yeah, but not this time, I'm sure, Alex. Will you help me talk him out of it?
I'll do my best.
Good.
Morning, Patty.
Morning, Ricky.
Settled into your new home now?
Yeah, thanks. Still masses of things to sort out, but it's coming along.
Good. And how's the research coming along for the snappiest snack in town?
Well, the research is complete, but I don't think you're going to like the results.
Oh? Why is that then?
Most people equate crocodiles with slimy reptiles, muddy waters, and death.
Oh. We'll have to get them to change their minds then, won't we?
Or the name of the product.
No, it's a winner. But when you've been in the game as long as I have, Patricia, you get to trust that old gut feeling. Crocodile crisps, the snappiest snacks in town. I can see it now.
It's, what's the point of me doing research if you choose to ignore it?
Who says I'm ignoring it? I'm saying we need to change the public's image of crocodiles. I'll have a picture of a big shiny croc grinning as he eats the product. It's a winner.
Have you any idea what the London office are coming up with?
Reliable sources tell me they're going for the sophisticated approach. The dinner party set, that sort of thing.
So we're poles apart on our approaches, then?
They're way off beam.
Here's the summary. Do you want the details?
No, we'll look at them later. I think we'll call him Kevin. Who? The crocodile. Kevin the crocodile invites you to enjoy the snappiest snacks in town. It'll bring tears of joy to your eyes. Crocodile tears. It's a winner. Another dent in the debonair dog. You don't like Kevin?
I like it.
I don't think the public will.
Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Who would guess the public would take them to that? Kevin the crocodile.
Yes, but in the US, after painstaking research, they changed Mutant Ninja Turtles to Mutant Hero Turtles for the UK.
Or Kev the Croc. That's perhaps better, more familiar, friendly.
Kev the Croc, now you're sparking. I can see him now, leaning against the post by the side of a river, a big grin on his face as he enjoys the crisps. He's wearing trousers and big wide braces.
Red braces.
Excellent. You're buzzing, Alex.
And he's green, is he?
Environmentally right on?
I was thinking just green.
As in the colour green?
Yeah.
Crocodiles are brown so that they can't be seen in the mud.
Not Kev. Good old Kev's green. Bright and sparkly. The kiddies' pal. So, tell me more about Kev.
He doesn't eat children.
Kev? He doesn't eat children. He loves children. He saves them from the terrors of the jungle. He might even have a friend, a Mowgli. And I think we should be writing this down. Somewhere there's a Mrs. Kev.
Yes, of course, he's gay.
Gay? Ah, now then. I think Patty's taking the Michael just a little bit. Just wait until Kev's advertising crocodile crisps on your television, on billboards as you drive by, magazines, papers, and I promise I won't say I told you so once. Patricia.
What do you want for your dinner?
I presume you mean lunch.
Well, yeah, the roughly speaking midday meal.
Well, I don't know. What do you usually have?
I normally just have sandwiches.
Sandwiches will do fine.
Right. What do you want, Alan?
Anything.
Right. I'll have to nip down the shops. What do you want for your tea?
Don't you discuss this with Patricia?
Well, she's been really busy since the move. I've just sort of carried on myself.
Well, why are you asking me now?
Because you're here. It's your house. Your housekeeping money. I thought it might as well be your choice.
Anything. Just anything. I must press on.
Right. I'll leave you to it.
Except pasta. I'm not very keen on pasta.
No pasta.
All those fish paste things on sandwiches, I'm not keen on those either.
Right.
Why don't we have chicken?
Is that on sandwiches for lunch or cooked with 2 veg for tea?
You decide.
Right. That it then?
Yeah, that's it. Look, you should get together with Patricia, you know, sort out a menu at the beginning of the week. Get yourselves organised.
Well, you know, strictly speaking, I'm hired as a nanny. I mean, menus and cooking and telling you your alarm boxes are upside down aren't really anything to do with me.
Upside down?
The design on it's definitely upside down.
You're right. Still, won't take long with this, will it? Hey?
All right, Rod?
Yeah. How'd you get on, then?
Well, I spoke to Jonesel, bloke and owner CID. He blames you two as much as Godden.
You what? Listen, it isn't us who go round desecrating graves and throwing tombstones through people's windows.
I'm only telling you what he said.
Go on, finish.
Where have you been?
Out and about. Where's Stacey?
Upstairs.
All right. So, all's well with the world, eh? Until the next time Joey Godden fancies a laugh.
He won't be laughing at us again, I'm telling you.
Why, what are you going to do, Jimmy? Are you going to sort it out, are you? Like you did last time, and the time before that, and the time before that.
All right, there's no need for that kind of talk.
Go on, lad. Finish what you were saying, lad.
Well, like I said, if you make a formal complaint, Godden will be questioned.
Questioned? He should be locked up, him.
Hang on, he'll be questioned and very likely let go again, as it's your word against his. And due to the history of bad blood between you, it's highly doubtful that he'll believe you.
Oh, so they reckon that it's us who go round digging up our own brother's tombstone, do they, eh?
Don't talk soft. Just let him finish, will you?
Equally, you two could be taken in for threatening behaviour. But it's your word against his, so they probably won't proceed.
So the top and the bottom of it is the busy to doing nothing.
If anything happens to us, they take Godden in. If anything happens to him, they take you two in. I could end up arresting my own father and uncle if this doesn't stop here and now, Dad.
Very funny. Go and tell Gordon that.
Well, I will.
Hey, won't you, know? Look, I think you should be well out of it. Go to your sister's in Basingstoke.
I've told you I'm not going anywhere without you.
Not a mess you've got it into, eh, Billy?
Just stop it, Barry.
And we've got it busy in the family. Lot of use he is, like, jelly.
All right, if you don't want me to talk to Gordon, then let's just forget all about him. Well, what Rod says makes sense about the police. If Gordon knows that, then he's not going to do anything else stupid, is he? Let's just forget about him and start looking forward instead of back. Have you got washing in there? Because I'm filling the machine.
No, you're all right, Mum.
You've been avoiding me since the meeting.
No, I haven't. I just haven't seen you, that's all.
And no wonder. What were you playing at in there? Encouraging him with all his Kevin red braces nonsense.
Well, I think it's a good idea.
Oh, you didn't 5 minutes before.
Well, I'm entitled to change my mind, you know. I agreed with you before the idea was fully developed. Then when Richard expanded the whole concept, I could see it working.
You could see any chance of promotion going out of the window if you didn't toe the line, more like.
I think you're overstepping the mark there.
Oh, come on, Alex. Kev the Croc, the snappiest snack in town. I mean, it's hardly the 90s now, is it?
Everything goes full circle in this business. You know that. Richard is a gifted man, and his timing might be perfect for a return to the old-style advertisement. People may just be getting fed up with fast editing and blipverts. I see a lot of mileage in Kev the Croc. What's the matter with you?
You've got a head start on me because you don't have to wear a short skirt. No, I'm not bitching or complaining about that. I'm just stating a fact about the business, and it won't stop me getting on. But a word of advice, Alex. You lose that advantage when you lose your balls. Think about it.
Finished now?
It's not fully operational yet by any means, but it's worth a trial run just to make sure I'm on the right lines.
Will you have it done by the time Patricia gets home?
Doubt it. Look, best not tell her I haven't been to work. I'll crack on. I finished early and did this quickly.
I don't like lying to her.
Just be economical with the truth. She'll assume I went to work. And for that, you can have the honour of being the first person to set off the alarm.
Oh, I'm over the moon.
Now, open the front door with this, please. After 20 seconds, the alarm will go off, and turn the alarm off with this. Right. OK? Five, 2, and 0. You can turn the alarm off now, Margaret. You can turn the alarm off now.
I have turned it off. It doesn't want to stop.
Is everything all right?
Oh, far from it. My boss is trying to install a new burglar alarm, but it's got a mind of its own. It won't stop.
Well, that's not good news for tired neighbours.
Oh, he seems pretty confident about getting it back under control.
Why doesn't he have a word with Billy at number 10? He's an electrician.
Oh, right, I'll mention it to him. Only he's pretty independent. Besides, I think they're busy. They've been trying to fix their window all morning. It was all smashed up.
Well, I just like him to keep quiet. I've got to get some sleep this Sabbath before I go to work.
You're a taxi driver, aren't you?
Yeah. Me and Terry over the road run one between us. We don't own it, like, we just rent it. So we've got the Sparks at number 10 and the cabs at number 9 in here.
What about the others?
Well, Frank Rogers lives there. He's a wagon driver, but he's out of work at the moment. And that house used to be owned by a real narc called Collins. Gone to live up in the lakes. I don't know if it's been sold yet or what. What about yourself?
Margaret Clemens, pleased to meet you properly.
Mick Johnson. You know my missus, don't you?
Yeah, Josie. So I'm their nanny, I'm dishwasher and cooker and cleaner and anything else they can think of.
Yeah, your Princess Di starts off as a nanny, didn't she?
Yeah, I think she did.
What's up? Oh, it's a draft. I must have left the patio door open.
Oh, you've got so many balloons.
Kid's birthday party. I'll have none left the way you're going.
Yeah, shut the door.
Here, he's here. Dad, have you seen me good pen? The one my mum got me for my 18th birthday.
No.
So what do you say?
This.
Outside, one word, anyway. Come on.
Tracy, have you seen my good pen? The one my mum got for my 18th birthday?
Is that the green and red one with the paisley pattern on?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it anywhere, Rod. Hey, what are we going to do about this garden business?
Us?
Yeah, well, everyone else just seems to have made a mess of it. Are we going to sort it out?
Tracy, I'm a copper. If I sort it out, it's got to go through the official channels. You've no idea how much embarrassment this is causing me, you know.
Well, you did say. I mean, my mum didn't do any good, did she? Come home and stirring things up.
Didn't do any good. She did a lot of harm. She's got to stay away from here. I'm going to tell her that.
So why are you looking for your pen?
No, I want to do my pools. It's my lucky pen, innit?
Your lucky pen? It can't be that lucky. You've never won. Hey, why don't you write to God?
Oh, yeah? Dear Mr. Godden, I believe you've been terrorising our family. Please stop. Yours sincerely, Tracy and Rod.
No, stupid, not like that. I mean a really heavy, threatening letter.
That's all we need. A copper sending threatening letters.
Yeah, well, that's how stupid the whole thing is, Rod. He's threatening the policeman's family and he's getting away with it.
Yeah, well, the policeman's family started it, Tracy. Uncle Jimmy running around thinking he's Arnold Schwarzenegger, the avenging angel.
Do you remember Uncle Frankie?
No, not really. It's just as well other people don't either. I believe he wasn't a very nice man.
I bet Uncle Jimmy hardly remembers him, you know.
Remember him or not, this has got to stop, Tracy. What's up?
Don't bite me head off, Rod.
Go on.
Well, say we did send God a letter, like a really threatening one, and we got it posted somewhere else.
Where?
Belfast.
Oh, yeah, that's all we need. Upset ARA.
Well, it could be the UVF.
Or Gaddafi, the PLO, the SAS. Have you been drinking the shampoo and sniffing the air lacquer? Get some sense, will you, Tracy, or you'll end up as bad as them two. I reckon if nobody does nothing, it'll all just fade away. All you've got to do is stay out of the Swan and the Lion, and it's all going to be all right. And you stay out of it, or I might end up arresting you as well. This isn't going to do me career prospects any good.
Rod, you know if you win the pools, we'd hire a mafia hitman.
Oh, yeah?
So what's all this about?
This stays in the house for protection. For me ma, me sisters and Tracy. Understood?
Get rid of it before someone gets killed, all right?
All right, boys.
Somebody already has been killed, haven't they? And I'm making sure no one I care about ends up in a coffin.
The gun goes.
Look, you two are out of your league here. You've made a right mess of it so far, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. And what would you have done about it then, eh?
I wouldn't have let it get this far, would I? Look, Godden's no one. He might be all right bullying the likes of you, but round town he's nothing. Do you know, we couldn't even get a job walking Tommy McArdle's greyhounds. You didn't know that, did you? Now, look, the gun stays in the bag in the house. As long as Godden doesn't bother us, all right? Now, you do things your way, I'll do them mine. And I've got things to do now, right?
What are we going to do now?
We've got to get Sheila and Claire out the way, that's for sure.
Yeah, but she said that she won't go anywhere without you.
Well, I'll try and persuade her, won't I? We've got to get rid of this tombstone. It's driving me mad seeing it here, you know?
All right. I'll get it sorted out. I'll get someone round with a van later on, OK?
What are you doing?
Just sorting out a few teething problems. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Oh, it sounds awful. Where's Thomas?
Asleep in his playpen.
Oh, in this racket?
He got used to it.
Used to it? Well, how long's it been going on?
Oh, not long. He was very tired.
And what are you doing home so early?
I took time off. I wanted to surprise you.
Oh, well, you've certainly done that. What a welcome home. Balloons all over the close, bells ringing.
You're home early too.
Well, I've got a stack to do yet. And how the hell am I going to do it in this racket?
We'll have it sorted in a tick.
Can't you just turn it off while you work on it?
It's not as simple as that. This is a very sophisticated piece of machinery.
Which implies it needs a very sophisticated person to install it.
We'll get there.
I don't suppose either of you's given a thought as to what we're going to have for dinner.
I bought a chicken.
Chicken? Oh, just turn the damn thing off, can't you, Max?
Maybe like ham best, do you?
All right, see.
Hiya.
Hello, Claire. Listen, I just want to speak with you, man. Do you want to go in? Yeah? Because you'll be all right. Tracy and Rod are in there, OK?
Why not?
Can I have a word?
Why, what is it? What's happened?
No, well, Nothing else yet.
Oh, Jimmy.
Listen, she, it's your Barry.
What's he done? What's happened to him?
Nothing's happened to him, look. He says it's for defence at home, but it's bad news, she.
Bad news, it's insanity. Wait till I get my hands on him.
He isn't in, love.
What's he thinking about?
It's not loaded yet, but... Well, you don't go out and get this sort of thing to scare the birds off your grass seed, do you?
We join Lloyd Grossman and David Frost next for our Wednesday peep through the keyhole.
Just testing.
Me or the alarm?
The alarm system. It's working fine now. Patricia will be delighted, and I'll finish phase 2 tomorrow.
Oh, what's phase 2?
The rear garden and the shed. Nobody's going to steal anything from there again.
Max, about the washing machine. Is there any chance you're getting it done this evening?
Table meeting tonight.
Table?
Round table. And it's Colin's turn to give me a lift. I think I better ring him, otherwise he'll conveniently forget.
Well, you see, I really need to get Thomas's washing done. I mean, it needs doing daily.
Well, promise I'll get it done tomorrow as soon as I finish the alarm system. Oh, talking of washing, did Patricia leave a shirt out for me tonight?
She didn't mention it to me.
We really have to get these communication lines set up and the house working to maximum efficiency.
Right. By the way, your ex-wife rang.
What did she want?
She didn't leave a message.
She never rings with good news. I suppose she wants me to ring her back.
That's what she said.
So I'll pay for the call like everything else. Oh, I'll give her a ring after my bath. Who else did I say I call?
Calling about picking you up for your table thing.
Oh, yeah. I'll give him a ring before my bath. No dinner for me tonight, by the way. I'm having a meal at the meeting.
Well, I'm not really meant to be cooking anyway, you know.
Patricia doesn't mind.
Are you going on holiday?
Yeah, we're going to go and see Auntie Margaret.
And Helen and Matthew?
Yep.
When are we going?
Well, perhaps tonight, maybe tomorrow.
With Dad?
No, with Uncle Billy. Come on, let's go and sort your things out.
All right?
Go and sort your stuff out. No, I'm not all right.
Why, what's happened?
What's happened? My son's got off his head, that's what's happened. I was told you had a gun. I didn't believe it till I saw it for myself. Now get rid of it!
I'm just looking after people I care about, that's all.
And how do you think we'll feel if you get shot or killed or put down for a lifetime because you shot somebody? Now, please, get rid of it.
Ma'am, I'm not trying to do a Charlie Bronson. I just know more about this situation than your husband, your brother-in-law and your stepson all rolled into one, all right?
Oh, do you now? Well, I'm ashamed of you for saying that. What sort of people do you mix with?
Ma'am, I mix with decent people. My friends are decent people. But I do know some villains in town. And I know what they're capable of. I know what you've got to do to stop them. The gun stays here as a deterrent. I won't use it to attack. It's here for protection.
What have you come down to?
Before you start having a go at me, think about the family that you've married into. It's them that's brought the worry to the house. It's them that's had a cousin killed. It's them that's had a tombstone through the window.
And it's them that's up to the necks in it, ma'am. I'm just looking after you and the girls, that's all. Like me old fella'd want me to. I mean, he wouldn't let have got this far, would he? Not like Billy.
No, your old fellow wouldn't have. We're gonna go away.
What, you and Claire?
Yeah, and Billy. Though he doesn't know it yet. I just think if he leaves, then it might diffuse this Godden situation.
I suppose he won't go with you.
Well, then it's just me and Claire. And I won't be coming back.
Well, I think you're best off out of it, Mum.
Yes, but I don't want you getting into it.
Only if I'm dragged then.
Look, I'm going away because I think it might help. I don't want to go away and start worrying about you.
You don't have to worry about me, Mum.
Right. Well, get rid of that gun because it frightens me to death.
I won't take it out the house, all right?
Look, that's not what I'm asking.
Well, that's all I'm promising you, Mum.
Oh, dear God, look, I've lost one son through violence. Don't make me lose another one. I've gone through some things in my time, but losing Damon was the worst. I don't want to go through it again now. Please, please, Barry, get rid of that gun.
Our Damon was killed in a senseless attack, Mum. He didn't know where it was coming from, did he? But I do know where the trouble's coming from. If it comes. But I think you're right. I mean, once Billy's out of town and that, and Jimmy the Blade does as he's told, the trouble might go away.
And what about the gun?
It stays. As long as I think it's necessary. I do promise you that. I'll get it. Oh, listen, don't go upsetting yourself. Enjoy the trip to Margaret's, even if Billy doesn't go with you.
Hiya.
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 Hi, Josie.
Does Claire want to come to a party?
Oh, when, love? We're just going to my sister's.
Anytime now, anytime you want to bring her.
Oh, go ahead, Mum. She'll enjoy herself.
All right, then, yeah, thanks.
Oh, good. Hey, and don't dress her up. I think kids enjoy themselves more when they don't have to worry about getting paint and pop all over themselves.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going to that myself, Jules.
Well, there'll be plenty of big kids over there. In fact, my maid Marcia will be very pleased to meet you.
All right, we'll give us time to have a shower down and I'll bring it over.
Listen to that. I bet there's not a blush in him.
I bet you wouldn't lose your bet.
See you later, then.
See you, love.
Ta-ra.
She'll enjoy that, won't she? So, how long are you thinking of going for, Mum?
I don't know. But I'm not coming back to live how we've lived here for the last few weeks.
Don't worry. I'll get it sorted.
Yeah, well, I want it sorted out while we're away, and I want it sorted out peacefully.
Can't find a suitable shirt.
Can I help you there?
I'm not going out for a couple of hours.
The washing machine's still not connected up.
Well, can't you hand wash one, like you do with Thomas's stuff? I mean, it's only a temporary situation. It's only one shirt.
I've got to get his clothes ready. We're going to a party.
You and Thomas? When? Where?
Next door now.
The coloured people?
Josie and Mick, the taxi driver.
He's in partnership with the bloke over the road, isn't he?
Yeah. And the one at number 10, he's an electrician, and his wife works at a school for deaf kids. Number 5's an out-of-work lorry driver, and his wife's a school secretary. And they've got 3 kids. Sammy, as in Samantha, and Jeff and Katie. And the party's just started.
Didn't take you long to get it sorted out, did it? What about my shirt?
You know, we've got to sort out some sort of job description for me, Max. We really have.
That's something you can discuss with Patricia. Oh, come on, Margaret. This is no time to work to rule.
OK, well, it's an emergency. You rinse one through and I'll iron it dry. How's that?
So you'll come back from the party in about half an hour, yeah? Great.
Oh, have you rung your ex-wife?
Why did you have to ruin a potentially enjoyable evening?
Because she might accuse me of forgetting to tell you.
And the winner gets what? A bag of goodies. Hey, so splash it on, kids. Loads of colour. Or you can get the paper off. You can take it home and show your parents what clever kids you are.
She seems happy enough at the moment.
Oh, yeah? What do you mean, at the moment?
I just think it's a mistake you two getting back together, that's all.
Oh, that's all she says. And you're supposed to be her best mate, Mars.
Exactly. You two are nice people. She's my oldest friend. But you like nitro and glycerine. Apart harmless, but when you two guys mix...
I'd just like you to give us a chance, that's all. And we've got a great opportunity to make a nice home here. Well, we have. But we'll make it work. We'll see.
Don't get me wrong, I hope you do. That Tony was a rat. At least she's better off with you.
Thanks very much. I'll ask you not to mention his name to me anymore. Me and Josie are just going to forget him.
Suits me. Anyway, at least you know I don't say one thing and mean another. I hope it works.
Yeah. Thanks, Marcia.
Hey, Marcia, have you picked a winner yet?
I don't know much about ours, but I do know what I like. And I choose the winner to be Sunset by this little girl here.
It's a bus.
Oh, well, it's a beautiful bright colour bus. And you win the prize. Go on, pick your prize up.
Here's your prize. Look, well done. We're going to take a picture home. Oh, yeah, well done. All right, what shall we play next? Right, as it's Leo's birthday, we'll play hide and seek, but you're on it. 110. Hide, everyone! House and garden, that's all! And there's no upstairs!
It's him, isn't it? Him and that stupid gun.
Oh, no, it's not as simple as that. And it's not as simple as all this garden business either, but that was the thing that brought it to a head. I just think that if our marriage is going to have a chance, we've got to move away from here. I mean, Barry and Karen, they're part of the past for me. They're my kids, and I love them. I love the bones of them. But I want a new chance, a new life, Billy. I want a new life with you and Claire. And I think if we're going to get a new life, we've got to go away from here, even if it's only temporary. This garden business just brought that to a head, that's all.
What about the house and all that?
Oh, well, if that matters, we don't matter. It's only bricks and mortar, isn't it? And when I came here 8 years ago, I thought, that's it. We've got a house that belongs to us after all these years of paying rent. I mean, really, does it matter? I mean, my marriage broke up for all sorts of reasons. I could have been left for dead, but instead I found you almost on the doorstep. And I was lucky I found you. I want to be with you. I want to have a chance with you. I don't want you running after some bloke who killed your brother so long ago it could be a different lifetime. I want to be with you. Please, come with us.
Okay, you can open your eyes now.
Do you really think this is a good idea?
Is this a good idea, kids? Okay, close your eyes now, no cheating.
Hiya.
Right.
I found him in our back garden. Something about a game of hide and seek.
That was ages ago.
What a competitor.
I told you not to go outside the garden.
Kids' little dinner eyes.
Great.
No, thanks, it's all right.
Oh, too old for jelly and trifle. Oh, it's a sad day when that happens.
All right, then, just a bit.
Over here, love.
Right. Number 1, open your can. Number 2, open your can.
She's great, isn't she? Yeah, the kids love her. I'm Margaret, by the way. I've just moved in next door with his mum and dad. This is Thomas.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sammy Rogers. I live the other next door.
Hiya.
You're married to one crazy woman.
The best.
I really miss those two kids now you're back together again.
Yeah, I used to miss them when we were apart. But you can come visit them anytime, you know that.
Oh, thanks.
So do you, like, go from hotel to hotel or stay at the same one?
I just stayed at the same one, the York. It's not far from the station. But, I mean, if the other hotels are busy and we're a bit slack, well, we have to help them out. Like, I don't mind either way.
It's great, isn't it, Dad?
Yeah, it's great, son.
Hello? Hello? Hello, is that the welcome in? Good. I'd like to speak to my husband, Max Farnham. He should be just about sitting down to a meal with the round table. Oh, no, you can disturb him, and you will.
I better come take a look. You never know, someone might be breaking in.
It won't be, but be careful.
Of course I've used the right key. Max, just come home, will you? You can go back later if you must. Oh, and while you're on, do you know where Thomas and Margaret might be? What, a party? Oh, there's someone at the door now. I just hope it's someone smaller than me so I can hit him. Straight away, Max.
All right. Are you being burgled, or is it just teething troubles?
Oh, sorry, it's just teething troubles.
Don't apologise for not being burgled. Anything I can do?
Oh, I don't think so, but thanks very much. I've managed to find my husband. He's on his way home. Now, whether he can do anything or not when he gets here is another matter. At least we'll all have him here to blame.
All right, I'll leave you to it then.
Oh, sorry about the noise.
What noise? We just had a kids' party next door.
Oh, thank God for that. Oh, I believe my son's there, is he?
Yeah, he's been as good as gold.
What time's it likely to finish?
About now, I think.
Oh, I'll come and fetch him then.
All right.
On the count of 3, open your cans at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
You just want me to make it easy for you, don't you, eh? Hey? To just ride away from here, leaving no worries behind you and a nice rosy future in front of you, eh? Yeah? That's why you want me to say that I'll think about it, isn't it, eh?
Too right to do, and selfish as it may seem, that's just what I want you to do. I mean, for your sake as well. I mean, this is tearing Kathy apart as much as it is tearing Sheila apart. Just let it go, eh? And we can go away from here without worrying about anyone.
And what if we get another special delivery then, eh?
Well, the busies will rip into him good style, won't they? Look, I'm going to go away from here to show that I'm doing something about it. If he does anything stupid, then he has to pay the consequences, doesn't he? And all I'm asking you to do is just don't cause any more trouble, Jim.
All right, Billy. You can sail away from here and live happily ever after as far as I'm concerned. Just so long as the word goes out that I won't bother him if he doesn't bother me.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
So what are you going to do then? Sell up or what?
Not at first, no, I don't know yet.
Well?
Well, everything's going to be all right.
Yeah, I hope so.
It will, honest. Look, why don't you move back in here for the time being?
Me and Rod?
Yeah, why not? Save you paying rent on the flat, won't it? Think about it anyway.
When are you leaving?
Tonight, before he gets a chance to change his mind.
I said she could move back in here, you know, until we sort out what we're going to do with the place.
Yeah, that makes sense, if that's what you want.
Yeah, well, I'll give it some thought. But I don't know, me and Ross will get on without any referees around.
Probably better than ever. Has anybody seen our Barry?
Yeah, he nipped out. He said he'd be back in about an hour. All packed then.
How could you take him to a place like that?
It was only a kid's birthday party. He came to no harm.
More by good luck than anything. Did you see the state of the place? The wallpaper torn off, food all over the floor, and cans of fizzy drink being sprayed everywhere. It was absolutely ridiculous and totally irresponsible on your part.
You just happened to arrive at a particularly wild moment. You're getting the whole thing out of proportion.
Who do you think you're talking to? You're employed to look after Thomas to the best of your abilities, and that does not include taking him to places where he could come to harm.
I'm sorry. Look, all I did was take him to a kid's birthday party. He really enjoyed himself. I never let him out of my sight for 1 minute, and he was never, ever in any danger. Look, I don't think it's fair you getting on to me about this. And I don't think it's fair I have to do all sorts of things I'm not supposed to do. Planning menus, shopping, cooking, reading wiring diagrams, ironing shirts.
I never ask you to iron anything that isn't Thomas's, unless it's an emergency.
Max does.
Well, Max told me he ironed his own shirts when I haven't had time. OK, well, I'll sort that out with Max. And as for the other things, well, I'm sure you didn't expect to make no contribution to a household that you're living in. And there'll be perks to come, such as holidays, when we're back on our feet after moving house.
No, I think you better get Thomas cleaned up and ready for bed. And I hope those jelly stains wash out. That's one of his best outfits.
Well, you done it again, Jose.
Good one, eh?
Great mum, great dad. The best birthday party anybody's ever had.
What more can I say? The only thing is, it's going to take the next 3 months to clean the place up.
Just watch this.
Watch out, kids. Mum's up to something. Come on. Hey, look at this.
You lie.
Hey. Now, can you redecorate us quickly?
Hey, that's your department.
Yeah, I thought it might be. What about these two?
A girl for me and a boy for you.
All right, son.
Not a bath on my birthday.
Afraid so, son. Can't be enjoying yourself all the time, can you?
Do we have to go to bed early?
No. We'll get you washed and changed and go for a walk, eh? Away from that awful bell.
Great.
Yes.
What amazes me is that you thought it was Susanna ringing you at table.
I was amazed that anybody was trying to ring. I just assumed it was Susanna because she was ringing earlier in the day.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't speak to her.
It'll be about more money. It always is. Don't give in to her like you always do. I need my own car, unless I start taking yours and you use taxis.
That doesn't make any sense at all, does it? You arrive at work, you stay there all day. I drive to work, I could end up anywhere during the day from doing site work all the time.
I hate relying on public transport.
Some people would think of taxis as being private transport.
I'd be impressed. It wasn't you that cocked it up in the first place.
Whatever is the matter with you, it's me that's supposed to be annoyed from having been dragged out of table. I'll be the talk of the welcome in, you know. It's possibly the first time in the branch's history.
What else could I do?
Yeah, I know. It's probably a recurring fault in the system. I'll show Margaret what to do if it happens again.
Margaret's a little unhappy about her role in the family at the moment. I'm afraid I was a bit sharp with her earlier.
Oh, really? Why was that?
Well, she thought she was giving Thomas a treat taking him to that party. And on reflection, she was probably right. I overreacted when I saw the kids spraying fizzy drinks everywhere. We ended up rowing about her responsibilities in the house, at which she quite rightly pointed out, do not include ironing your shirts.
A little snitch. Fancy her telling you that behind my back.
Oh, it wasn't like that. Don't you be getting on at her. I was short-tempered because I was frustrated about work, and I shouldn't bring my troubles home with me.
Oh, yes, you should, but to discuss with me, not Margaret. Now, come on, what's the problem?
Kev the flaming crock. We lost the proposal in favour of the London office. Well, they've never forgiven us for getting the Ice Mountain account.
As you predicted.
Exactly, but I've lost brownie points instead of gaining them. I'm being held scapegoat for not supplying enough information.
You did lots of work, all those stats.
Yeah, which I submitted to Richard, who couldn't be bothered to read them, only read the summary, and then rejected the figures. Oh, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm keeping you from the meeting.
Well, there was a little bit of good news before I made my hasty departure.
What was that?
Geoffrey Fletcher has only asked me if I'd be interested in being the deputy chairman next year.
Congratulations.
Well, there'll be a lot of work for both of us, I'm afraid. And even more the year after, when I will be the chairman. Well, it's definitely a way to impress. I mean, contacts, they're amazing. It's an opportunity to impress.
I'm with you all the way.
That's it, then. Doesn't seem like 5 years since we moved in here, does it?
8 for me. Come on, let's get going before we change our minds.
All right.
See you, love.
Petrol.
See you, sheep.
Bye, love. See you. Remember your promise.
I'll be all right. Everything will be all right, OK? Make sure you look after the Billy, Jamie.
Come on, let's go.
Enough said, brother.
Yeah. Enough said, Bill.
I'll rely on you, all right?
I'll look after him, don't worry.
All right. Look after yourself, eh, love?
Yeah, and you, Dad.
OK.
Right, Bill.
Cheers.
Look after her, like.
I will do.
Well, won't be able to grass to my mum anymore about me, will you, Jimmy?
What are you on about?
Well, now they're safely out the way.
I'm gonna show you how to deal with the likes of Gordon.
If you want a little snoop through a celebrity home, stay with us as we go through the keyhole in a couple of minutes.